After a long day of shopping at the mall, visiting a museum, or hiking, you eventually get tired. Your feet start to hurt, you just want to sit down. You have to be careful. It's a dangerous world out there. You never know what crazy things might be laying around for you to sit on. This is my list of top 5 things you don't want to sit on.
Number 5.
The barrel cactus, or feral cactus, is one of the largest cacti in North American deserts. They can grow up to 2 feet, 60 centimeters in diameter, and 10 feet, or 3 meters long. They really look like spiky green barrels, with flowers on them. The reason you don't want to sit on these barrels is because of their dense clusters of spines. Spines which can be up to 4 inches or 10 centimeters long. Imagine that in your butt. I mean, look at that. On the bright side, if you ever find yourself lost in the Mojave Desert, you could try to cut one up and eat it. Unless you're allergic, then this is still going to be bad news for you.
Number 4.
It's a hot day, you've been out and about, and you just want to cool down. It would seem like a good idea to sit on a chunk of dry ice. But think again. Dry ice is solid frozen carbon dioxide that sublimates right into a gas, never forming a liquid at warm temperatures. It is very cold with a frigid temperature of minus 109.3 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 78.5 degrees Celsius. This stuff is so cold that it has over twice the cooling energy per pound of weight and 3 times the cooling energy per volume than regular water ice. If you were to sit down on a dry ice chair, your skin cells would freeze and give you an injury that is very similar to a burn. The longer you sit on it, the more severe your freezer burn, so you probably want to jump in the pool instead.
Number 3.
If you've ever played a fantasy game, or any game, or just have some knowledge of medieval times, you are probably familiar with the Morningstar. The medieval times were a time of violence, gore, knights, and manliness, so many brutal weapons were created for combat. The Morningstar was a weapon made for fighting infantry and horsemen, and the primary place to attack was the face/head and the legs/knees. These death machines would have a spike at the end like a spear, accompanied by many spikes around the ball. This was a weapon designed to smash as well as pierce armor and shields. This means that it could tear through your jeans without even realizing you were wearing them.
Number 2.
Sticking with Dark Age technology, the number 2 spot goes to the Spanish donkey or wooden horse. This device sounds instant enough, but it certainly was not. The Spanish donkey was a popular tool in the Spanish military in the late Middle Ages and was used to torture or execute its victims. It was a very simple device that was just a sharp V-shaped wooden wedge propped up by wooden legs. The unfortunate jockey that had to ride this horse would be stripped naked, seated on the wedge, then have weights added to their feet to allow gravity to do the rest. This thing was so effective that it would literally tear people in half. This makes me want to think twice before I go on any horse or donkey rides.
Number 1.
Puppies. Who wouldn't want to squish a puppy?